My God.
That was close.
Tell me about it. I nearly died in there.
That's my line, sir.
No, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit.
Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that?
Well, he's doing his job. I mean, can't stray from the facts.
He said he'd help me. But he totally set me up.
I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right?
It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life.
And she's not listening.
But it really hurt this time. Felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach.
But you're not. Oh, wait, you're not. Oh. Okay.
I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again.
Poor Gumshoe.
Also, Pi, I know exactly what you're about to say.
Damn it. Damn it.
So the next witness is going to be that old guy from the park, right?
Yeah, Mr. Kudo. Lover of waitresses' outfits and projectile suits.
I bet he's gonna be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know?
Yeah. Well, it lagged for a second. He's a big old grouch. Are you going to be able to handle him, Nick?
Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me, even though those never-ending bird seeds. Too much.
Yeah, he's using the bandana.
Too much bird seeds. Jesus Christ. Rabble. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Gatto, your next witness, please.
Prosecution calls the lucky old-timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand?
Oh, you.
Name and occupation, if you don't mind.
The name's Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. Honor and duty are what make me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times too. We don't need to hear about it, that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation. What? My occupation? Listen, young'un. How much cold do you think for a kimono embroidery here? I can't talk. I'm old. I'm an old man. Kimono embroidery? That's what I do, or did back in Japan. I embroidered family crest on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed.
Oh, a real craftsman. You're a dying breed. Hey, maybe you could embroider my costume sometime.
Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here, so I had to take a job working in the cash register at the burger joint, pretending to smile. That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen. Another witness.
Working at Smile Burger.
Another witness. When you were in the restaurant at the time of this, oh yes, I was eating some seeds over a cup of Javachino. Seeds? What do you think these are? I just see.
So you saw everything that happened, Gramps?
Did I? Oh yes. I said, oh yes, I did. I saw it all.
Then please, tell the court. We're all ears.
Sure. I'll tell you every last detail. He's really getting into this. Jesus Christ. This old man. Ugh, annoying. The young man was reading the sports paper. The servicing girl who brought him a cappuccino, but she put something in it. The man who took one sip of it looked like he was in a terrible pain and then he collapsed. That's the servant girl, right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well.
Bold to the shit.
Mr. Kudo, she is not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress. You're just bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words. What's wrong with the fashion ones? Newfangled? All this talk of radios and glasses, it's wireless and spectacles, I tell you. Excuse me. Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old valley. Don't forget the good old days slip away. Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. God damn, man. They wear short skirts, they're so beautiful.
I totally saw her from the front seat.
I rested my head on her seat where she sat. You said I remember her well, in reference to the waitress. Slam. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by? Particular features? It's a disgrace. That's what it is. Sorry. You can see all of their way up to her, you know. She's practically naked in that uniform. So the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit. But anyone could just wear it. It's such a uniform. Even me, I would look great in a uniform.
I wanna see a spray tag where Phoenix as the wait.
Phoenix Wright made at large.
Oh my god.
Mr. Wright, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from that image. Some nightmare fuel.
Don't get all excited, Nick. You've got to keep yourself together.
But look, I would look great in a maid uniform. Who knows?
I look better in that.
Well, yeah, you got a point. Yeah, you do look better in that. I guess I got a bit carried away. There are many other things that I recognize about her too. He seems pretty sure of himself. What should I do? Let's press.
Press.
Sir, you saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim. Slam. But what matters is whether the waitress was Maggie Bird or not. Quite right. Mr. Crudo, there are other features that you recognize about the defendant. I would like for you to add them into your testimony, because I need some detail too. Sure. There was a ribbon in her hair, and her apron straps were loose. I could just eat her up. Let's press. You do seem to remember several details about her appearance, but what about the most crucial detail of all? Her face. Should be the boobs, too, and the ass. As if I would remember that. Yeah, sure.
Oh, pie.
The witness noticed the strap on the accused apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face.
That's right. I can even tell you the color of her ribbon in her hair. It was red.
So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight.
There's no doubt he remembers the waitresses pretty well. What should I do? I get the feeling there's something more to this somehow. Ask about the waitress's back. Talk about her back. Yeah. The straps. It depends on what straps we're talking about here, though. The back. Yeah, I believe so. The identifying features you described are all things that you would see from the back. So what? I'm an ass man. Is it possible that you never saw the waitresses from the front at all?
Ha! He's got you there, Gramps.
People normally talk about the facial features when they're asked to describe someone. Slam. But this witness's testimony, I have waitresses in my head, is nothing but straps and ribbons. This is harassment. I tell you I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons. I'm just telling you what I saw. I'm an old man. Cut me some slack. Mr. Crudo, the court requests that you would add details about any identifying features. Features you observe from the front, that is, to your testimony. Sure.
This woman's testimony is getting longer and longer.
You say that. And if I can't find a hole in this suit, it might get even longer. Yeah.
Concentrate. For my sake.
Yes, Monica, yes. Uh, let's talk about the, the freaking apron.
Yeah, pretty much.
Objection, damn it. Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please take a look at this. That filthy thing would serve filth like you just perfectly. Actually, it reminds me of what my grandson looks like after he's done eating. Have you ever seen this before? Of course I have. Do you think I forget something as dirty as that? Hmm? Well, you have weird clot. Hmm? Hmm? What is it? Ever since I said you have weird clot, there's been an eerie silence in here. Mr. Kudo, this apron. Is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning? And as you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means, if you had really seen this apron before... Slam. Yes, you know what I'm going at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front. Oops. Witness. You can't just oops your way out of this.
Well, well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. Listen, Wright, here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant.
That to be the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird.
Exactly. And when that one waitress put the poison into the coffee cup,
Is he gonna do it again? Oh,
this old guy was watching.
I thought he was gonna do the drinking thing again. I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you say you remember seeing.
Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps.
You can rely on me, Captain. My dog is in perfect working order. I can remember a single occasion when I forgot what a burger customer wanted.
You can't remember? Probably meant like he messed up so many times he's blocking it out.
Oh my god. Very well. Let's just test how good your memory and attention is to detail is, Mr. Kudo. Tell us what you remember about the victim. Good lord. He was another one of those pesky young types wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling his pages. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. Then the servant girl in the question brought over the cappuccino. The little midget picked up and the cup with the free hand and took a sip. Ugh. The testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. It seems to me that he remembers the victim in a great deal of detail. Oh yes, I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything.
How are we going to handle this, Nick?
We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that the old man's memory is shot.
Just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kinda cruel?
I suppose, but it's what I do best. Plus, it's fun. About the victim, we need to present one thing. This is a very quick one.
Yeah, because he mentions the right hand, and later on he mentions using the free hand, which contradicts with the evidence as we know it.
Yes. It's the coffee cup.
A coffee can.
The coffee can. Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this was the way of testing the credibility of your memory. I know. There's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you. Nothing. If I got anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing a pigeon song. Oh no.
Care to tell us where this is going, Wright?
Sure, let me take a quick sip too, myself. According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding up the paper in his right hand, while drinking a coffee with his free hand, which would make it that is left. What is this, kindergarten? But I would like the court to please take a look at this. That's the cup the victim used, correct? Yes, and on the rim you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lips. Yes, there's a stain on the left by the coffee. If you consider where that stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand. But how? Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said you eat those seeds and sing a pigeon song. Ugh. Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid that this simply is not acceptable. I think the witness said better to go back to the park where he came from. Wait! If you think I'm gonna stand here and listen to you tell me that I'm mad, you're wrong. I don't care about that dirty coffee cup. I know what I saw.
I know what I want.
You still insist on your testimony. That young brat was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh yes, no question. I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I am. It's that dead young hotbot and you spiky-haired yahoo, who are at fault. Who, me? Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already. Don't call me old man. Been around for 68 years, I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I've got to say. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but...
Sure, why not hear a little more?
But Mr. Gato!
But this is my 16th cup of coffee. So this is your final stand.
Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor. Jesus Christ. This damn dude is just so freaking, stubborn.
Well, he's an old man.
The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. He keeps fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup. His left hand.
Well...
You know that the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye.
It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers.
A monitor? You mean like a television screen?
The inside of the lens is the screen that displays computer data. It's called an HMD. It's a common tune in the victim's line of work.
HDTV, DVD, CD. All of these newfangled letters drive me mad, but they don't matter. I know what I saw, and I'm telling the truth. It's true. He doesn't seem to be lying. And those are the facts. A good old black and white. Funny thing in this cross-examination that you could present it in any statement.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter which statement you present it in any of them.
But yeah.
And that happens to be, there's two things you can actually present. Either his profile, Glennigg's profile, or Victor's prescription bag.
You meant to say victim, right?
Victim's preserves.
Because you said Victor's prescription.
Did I? I didn't. Maybe he takes prescriptions, who knows? He's an old man.
Well, I mean, he's an old man. He probably has like 5 billion pills to take every morning.
Take every morning.
Which, it sucks, but unfortunately it's true.
1 here, 1 for this, 4 for this, and 67 for this. Jesus Christ.
We joke about that, but in some cases it's actually true.
It is true, though. We're gonna get to that third age. I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but... Slam. But Mr. Kudo, there is something very strange about your observations of the victim. What? You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear without a doubt. I can only see that side of his head where I was sitting. I don't think so. What did you say? You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo, but the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured. Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right, it's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear, because he couldn't even hear in that ear. Is that true, Captain?
It is.
Pigeon? Pretty pigeon. Baby pigeon. Order. This witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind, and he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Slam. Well, Mr. Gago?
A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk.
Captain, are you calling me a trip? This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark of the rim clearly shows that the victim picked it up with his right hand. I'll never back down. I know I'm right. The lad drank his Javachino with his left hand.
Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly, the victim used both hands. He took a sip with the cup held in his right hand and then switched to his left. That's what the old man saw.
Objection. No. Impossible. The victim has already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after just taking one sip of the coffee.
Which hand the victim
no.
used to pick up his coffee is irrelevant, Your Honor.
You knew it.
The facts still stand. With one hand or the other, Mr. L drank the poisoned coffee. Like this!
Sadly, Mr. Gatto, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness's memory was credible, and the results are clear. Slam. The testimony given by this witness is useless. I believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings. I'm satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court, but to be frank, his testimony is a farce. Did you have to be so frank? Take that, you pompous old man! I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, you can't reach me from there. I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. That is all for now. This court is adjourned. Not yet. Hold it, damn it! Wait! If we stop now, where does it leave me? Leave you, Mr. Kudo. Thanks to that blue-suited young upstart over there. I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now. How is your bad memory my fault? I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there is nothing I can do. I've kept my mouth shut until now, but there's something else that the court should know.
What?
There's more? To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything, but I want another chance. I want another crack at you, young shark. Me? He's looking at me like I'm some sort of eagle shogun. Well, everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? The final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook.
Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee.
What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the coffee you want if you come to my house after the trial. I may be 68 years old, but I'm Victor Kudo, who is still a man. That's enough, witness. I believe it will be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony. You bet. Much, much quicker.
I can't believe this is happening.
You better get ready, youngster. Get the picture. Just quit throwing those seeds at me, would you? He's gotta be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds.
Infinite ammo. Of course, he has a bandana on his head. That's what's giving him infinite ammo.
God damn it. The final showdown. First of all, I want to stress that this might not be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself. The young boy slumped over to the table as soon as he took one sip of his cappuccino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase and knocked it right over. It broke, and the strip of cloth covering got the table completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down, hmm? Is that all? Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. Are you doubting me again? You doubting a poor, defenseless old man? No, we're not doubting you, Mr. Kudo.
Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lip, Nick?
Yeah, like, so what, probably. That's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy. You're a bird brain, that's all you can think of. Anyway, Mr. Wright, your final cross-examination, please.
This
even
one is truly the final one, as far
the
as
judge,
I
the
remember.
judge is even tired of this
He-
shit.
He's just tired. He wants to go home.
I needs to go home. Ah, mother. He's a stubborn old man. Knocked him right over, but
There's just one little itsy bitsy problem.
not this. It's this thing. He never knocked it over.
Yep.
Objection. Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene. So what? Look carefully at the table. The vase is there. Intact. Huh? Lost your tongue, Granddad?
Granddad!
I'm no granddad of yours, hopscotch. Oh. Enough. If you throw any more seeds in this courtroom, the cleaners will be here all night. Ugh. What is it now? I just remembered something. No. That's it. Yes, go on. The broken vase. It was on my table. What? Well, you see. It startled me when that young lad collapsed, so I stood up. And that must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean. The vase was on your table. Yes, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked. Jesus Christ. I've had enough of this guy. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You certainly earned your kudos for today.
Har.
I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all? Perhaps it is something that should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo. Oh, wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh, yes, I remembered something else. No, enough. Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom. Wait, listen to me! Yeah, please, get him out of here. Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked, and I'm still not in position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are two disparities in the testimony we have heard thus far. The mark of the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece, which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear.
Oh, Nick, you did it!
I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts. Yes, Your Honor. There is one more thing before I call today's session to an end. One more thing, Your Honor. The witness we just heard from. He is most insistent that this testimony should be of use, so he summarized it accordingly into the statement. Okay. You may each have a copy of it if you wish.
Whatever. The prosecution doesn't need props like that.
What is really mad, huh?
Yeah, I would be too. Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies, my own, yours, and Mr. Gatto. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry. This isn't a piece of testimony, more like a 5-year-old apology.
What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies?
That is all. The court is adjourned. Jesus Christ.
To be continued.
Yay! Because freaking the second investigation is longer. Yay! Yeah, anyways, we'll check that out next time on That's Badly Done Trials and Tribulations.
Game over. Return of Jean Armstrong.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.